Cool, I'm live. Right, so I'm waiting for Kevin at the moment. so yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, that's it. I don't know how long it'll take. He said he asked if he could send the links along, so I'm not sure how that's going. Let me just ask him. He's sending it because I'm awaiting his send. Sweet. Otherwise, yeah, I pulled his work, so he's made some changes to what we have. Okay, he says yes. His reply to me sending it is yes. Wonderful. Sweet. So, what was I gonna do? I'm gonna go to my own video now on YouTube and like it. I'm joking. Where is he? Kevin did say yes. Okay, there we go. He sent me his link. So, hello.
Hey, what's up, my bro?
My headphones off. It helps if I turn it on.
Hey, what's up?
There we go. Now I hear you. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, my bro?
Yeah, good. I see
Sick.
you've done your stuff.
Yeah,
I
some of
should
it.
share my screen.
Yes, please.
Let us
You're
look at your
busy
stuff.
today.
Yeah, it's been good. We had quite
Awesome.
productive work stuff.
That's great.
Again, just converting everything to look nice on mobile phones. I'm gonna do a
Yeah.
Savannah every time I stream.
Have you got one now?
Yeah.
Legend.
um, cool. So we have you made that
Yeah.
thing, and I'm trying to remember what we did. I guess most of it was actually not like visual stuff. It was more like just organizing things.
Yeah, it was just
So I
organizing
assume
stuff.
the rooms. You've got a room, and then yeah, what I want you to do for this
Yes.
is
Yeah.
make a room. Wait, that's right. Is it? Okay, yeah. So this what I wanted you to do in here was
Yes.
this should be called rooms or like room list.
Oh, okay. Room list. Okay,
Because
cool. I'll do that.
like what you're essentially saying is that whole
Yeah.
thing is room.
Room. Yeah.
So
Okay. I see what you're
I
saying.
want you to have a room list, and then in here convert this thing to its own room component.
Room.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sweet. I can
So
do that.
yeah,
I'll do
do
that.
that
Epic.
eventually. Um, yeah, the filter thing we'll do later.
Cool.
And then I'm going to go look at the actual room that you've made. What does platform stand for?
Oh, that's our platform, the game platform that I
Yeah,
just
the
named it
board.
that.
Okay.
That was the best name I could come up with.
I'm going to call it
Uh,
board just because it makes
Okay,
more
cool,
sense.
cool.
Board there, and we'll rename it here. Um,
I started out naming it board, but then I was like, do I like that? I was like, no, let me just name it something else.
okay, and I'm going to group these
Okay.
to be, and we are naming conventions. You must stick to them. So that's correct, but this needs to be like that. Right, so obviously our board goes in there, and
Okay, I'm learning.
okay, you didn't really do what I wanted you to do here either.
Yeah, I was struggling with some things. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, sorry, I'm just organizing all these imports because
No
that is
problem.
important.
Cool.
So these styles, they should actually be inside here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like copy this whole thing, put it in there. And
as
then
well. Okay.
I'm going to take out what we don't need. So there's block and grid and row. So
Yeah.
container's not in there. I'm going to take it out. Yeah, that is there.
Okay, cool.
In this, I am going to change the name to, okay, well, first thing, actually, you don't need a fragment here because it's just one component.
Okay,
So
cool.
some cleanup. Now I'm going to make this container now that I have like it's its own thing. So
Yeah.
that's just me being me. I like to make my
No,
own
that's
things
cool.
called container. So no
Cool.
problem there. But yeah, what I think is important is organizing these to match properly. And
Okay,
then
cool.
obviously this is from styles now. That means up over here, okay, you've at least like removed everything there. Like, yeah, keep this yeah, organized. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna be easier to read in the long run.
Yes. I was trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll get there.
So the container in here now, that means in these styles we can get rid of block and get rid of grid
Yes.
and rid of row. So we're sorted. That means we don't need this anymore. Deleting code feels so good. So yeah,
Okay.
that's great. The handle click, you've
Cool.
moved that all into here. That's right. Trying to think, is there anything else I need to worry
Then
about?
what were those other things that I did wrong? So
Get rid of this because it's not needed.
oh yeah, that
So
wasn't
are we
needed.
talking about this?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna build that now, just
Okay, I
because.
want to see how you do that because that I thought I must just create one component like that.
Yeah, you are supposed to create one, but then you're gonna render it
Yes.
twice. So here we're gonna have a
Oh.
player equals X and a player
Oh, okay. I didn't.
equals
Okay.
Y. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Oh,
we'll
oh,
work on this in the whole
player
thing
O.
now. So
Player O, bro.
yeah, thanks. Every time. Okay. So that means this thing. Why is it called platform now? You copy pasted.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, did I?
yeah, you
Why
called it
was it?
platform. It still
Oh,
works because
well,
it's the default export, so
yeah.
it will still work. That means you get rid of everything that we don't need here. Yeah, that's good. We can actually, yeah, one to do thing is to move this out to our. Should we move it now? No, I'll get to it later.
Check here quickly.
Yeah.
Look what my mom and bro just brought home.
Look at your face. Wait, where's your face? You got your
Hey,
coffee. Yeah.
it's Woolworths. Yay.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know they're allowed to make coffee. That's weird.
Yeah, I think lots of places are. Yeah, you're allowed to make takeaway stuff.
Mm. Oh,
Um,
that's so good.
yeah. So, I wonder if you'll be able to surf in stage 3. Probably not, but it would be cool.
Yeah,
Okay, so what we're gonna
yeah,
have here
I'm
now
watching.
is I'm gonna delete the whole thing here. Then I'll get rid of the fragment.
Yeah, I don't know why I put in the fragments, but anyway.
It made sense when you had the two of these in here. It just didn't make it for the.
Oh, yes.
It made sense here, but I've removed the whole one. So now we're just gonna have a player X, and now everything that defines as X, we're gonna check on what the player actually is. So in here we're gonna have props. I'm gonna call this iProps. We have to make an interface. Just for TypeScript to know that it's expecting specific props. And the props in here is going to be player, which can be a symbol. Symbol is X or O. So we've got that, that's good. That means over here, I'm going to have player. So, what I'm going to do is say const player ID equals Now I'm going to say if player equals, this is going to be like quite a thing actually. This is basically like a use memo that we're going to put in here. I'll do that in a bit. But so I'm going to say if player equals X, then player ID is going to be room dot player X ID. Otherwise, it's going to be room dot player Y ID.
Okay, I see that.
ID. Yeah. So that should make sense. Theoretically, yeah, no, that's good actually. The whole thing of like, you know, whether or not this exists, player ID could be undefined because the room could not have a person, and yeah, that like the whole player could be, it could, you know, just in general be undefined, and that's okay.
Okay.
So now we're gonna say user equals player ID. I mean player ID. So everywhere we have player X, it's just going to be user now. I think. Yeah. So we're fetching the user for this player. So everywhere player X is, we're actually going to say if user, then that. And then we're going to say user.display name. And everywhere it says player X ID, we're going to say player ID. So we don't need this anymore. And in here, we're going to say just the player, which is the symbol. Player is the symbol that we have up there.
Okay.
Cool.
Sick.
So, and over here, we're also going to put in player. So everywhere where there's something that talks about X, we've replaced it with like a dynamic kind of thing. I think X is in 3 places here. So first place is there, second place is there. That's good. That's expected. And last place is an export. So now we've gotten to a point where this is purely like, you know, based off of what like player is there.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So this component's complicated, and we could break it up into smaller pieces, but I think this is good. Like this is good to the point now where we can call it their player X and all that stuff, and that's good. I'm gonna move this out to the layout. So
okay, cool, man.
The layout we have stored over there, and I'm pretty much just gonna put like it right on top of everything.
Okay, cool.
That means we need to get this const current user. Again, we can style this like later if we wanted to, but right now I just don't care too much about styling, because I'm doing it full time and I'm sick of it. So,
super chilled.
yeah, that's a thing.
I'll sort the styling for you, bro.
Yeah. So we've got use current user from hooks. That means we don't need it from here anymore. Yeah, it just cleans it up a bit, you know. So now theoretically, everything should still work. It's up there. I should put it inside the content. Let me go do that quickly. Yeah, we should still make this like a p tag that's like centered. Did we do that? You did your h3 thing there, which isn't really reusable, so we shouldn't do that. But I'm gonna put this on top of children. So now if we look at that there, it's like logged in as the person.
Okay, that's better. Now just styling for Kev.
Yeah. this H3 was your record that you had down here. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean it up now while we're at it.
Yeah, that was for the room. I
Yeah,
didn't
it
know.
doesn't
Yeah,
even have to be yeah, like yeah,
yeah,
again,
because
this
we're
needs to
just
go
gonna
in here.
start it with
Yeah.
show the room and the owner. Eh? Cool.
Yeah, and again, like I'm putting this here now, but you're gonna have to move it around when you do the stuff. So import from style components. Let me go to your H3 tag. Copy that. I guess I need CSS for this. Then we have a theme for gray.
Oh yeah, we did. But I think I was just playing around to see like the different contrast between it.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this container now, make it a style div. And then we'll just set font size and stuff instead of doing the H3 thing. I don't know how big we make this, like 18px, I guess, so it's slightly bigger than usual. So see a theme dot colors dot. Oh, I guess we have a light gray. Should make it the background color.
Cool.
It's gonna be like hardcore. I mean, it's a 1px, like yeah. Oh, you can do what you want with that. I'll make it gray again.
Cool, my bro.
I haven't implemented it yet. I just don't want to mess with it too much. So this container here, because it's going to be the container for the room, each individual room itself. That's why I'm naming it this, just so that it's more like making sense. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm just gonna call this container like that. Simplifies it a bit. And now we don't use this H3 anyway, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete all references to it. And there we go. But I do want to make like a...
H3.
What?
Buy my
Yeah,
H3.
buy my stupid little H3. I'm going to make a sort of P tag for our app that's styled from styled components. And here we'll put in export fonts P. It's going to equal a styles P. Okay, this will be, I mean, let's just go look at our app. Should work. What's wrong with it? I've tried to import H3 there still. I need to remove that. There we go. Make my space here and put that properly so that we know the components and hooks are from our inner app and React routers from there. But yeah, I'm quite like strict about that. I think it is good to organize that properly. It's less preferential and stuff. Oh my gosh, Igor Belogurov. Saw my stream yesterday. Are you doing this project in your free time? You're fully engaged now. Are you not working now? Yeah, I'm doing it. My full-time work is quite flexible, so like I just do the stream. Yeah, it's my free time. So this is not my full. Sorry, I totally did not reply and didn't see this till now. You want to make a small project with lazy and suspense features? Are they still in beta? No. Lazy and suspense is not in beta. That's fully released. It works properly. There's a part of it called concurrent mode. And obviously lazy loading doesn't work for server-side rendering. So if you're using server-side rendering, then currently lazy and suspense don't work. But if you are not using server-side rendering, then it's all good. And yes, conditional chaining is supported out of the box in TypeScript. So yeah, it's all good. Sorry, Kevin, I'm replying to YouTube comments.
No, chill, bro. I can
So
hear.
yeah, this is just a side thing where I spend like an hour or two a day with Kevin doing this. We do it every day or second day or something. Depends on how much time I can get away with. It helps if I save this, so that error will go away. Maybe I should just restart this. But those are really good questions. Much better than the questions I got from that other random dude that one time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Okay. Cool. So our project runs. What I
Awesome.
wanted to test was just I just want to make this like centered basically.
Cool.
So if I said text align center, yeah, that works as I wanted to.
Cool.
So what I'll just do here, make all our text tags text align center. There we go. And now in stuff like this, we can, I mean, does this div even need to be here? I think about it, it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It might freak out though. TypeScript likes to
Maybe.
bug around with this. Okay, no, it doesn't. It
awesome.
complains with, yeah, it does complain about it. Yeah, my fix to this is just, nah, I'll use a fragment. I'm fine with using fragments there.
Cool.
But yeah. Okay. So what was I doing? In the room. I'll play display. I'm gonna make the P tags like our massive P's that we made here. That comes from components, so we're importing P from components. Actually, just further, can I app like everywhere that we've got P like this? So
cool.
I'll say P, and yeah, that worked. Do it throughout the app. So massive just cleaning up right now.
Awesome.
And then there's the P over there as well. Great. I forgot to export this from components.
I wanted to say, but surprisingly, I learned a lot yesterday, dude. Like
Yeah,
with
no,
that
that's
stuff
good.
that I wanted to do. Like I was like, wow, okay, I see what that. Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't break anything. Everything works. It's just the cleanup,
Done differently.
I wanted to
Yeah,
do like I
but
wanted
I
it
see
to
what.
look like this,
Yeah,
like
it's so awesome.
So now app everything's centered, which is cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, obviously that looks a bit different now because there's no like marginy
Yeah,
things.
but I'll sort that.
But yeah, we like what you
You
can do is
do it.
make an outer container, but once you restructure it, then we can look at that. And again, that's your problem.
Cool.
You can make this look nice or ugly.
It's sweet.
Okay, so I've got me as both players, which is okay.
What was it like the Meg says she used to play Monopoly by herself because no one would play with her. So yeah, you can play.
So I'm logged in as me. If I
Oh, that's funny.
logged out and logged in as this is broken again. Is this? Oh wait, I think it's just my internet connection.
Is it?
Oh,
Dude,
I don't
I
have
don't
an
know
is
what's
logging
going
out.
on.
That's my problem. Yeah, I should set that up. So I should have a thinking for we just did in the button, right? Oh, I do have an is logging out. I'm gonna make this asynchronous over here. I'm gonna wait and do the try catch thing. Sorry, you were saying something. I completely ignored you.
I forgot. I don't even know what I was saying.
That's funny. Like, what was I saying? There we go.
I do it a lot. I get sidetracked.
Yeah. Set is logging out to false. Okay, that's doing that thing. I don't need this anymore. I don't need any of this. So I don't need the dot then. don't need any of that. This should just work. So that's cool.
Cool.
Just means that when I log in and I log in as example, log me in, great. Leave that. I log out. Doesn't work. Why? Like, so weird because it should set it like
Don't we have to history push out of that page to the
no, it will be fine. Like, look, it does change eventually. I'm just saying, like, my state value doesn't work.
okay.
So, like, it should do that logging out thing. If I do here and I say clicked, it does actually say clicked. But
Okay.
it doesn't say, like, that it's busy logging out. It doesn't do anything.
What would the reason be? Do you have an idea?
No. It just doesn't run like the auth. But it should say set is logging out true. Saying set is logging out. I wonder if I hide this, if it still does something. So yeah, we do our login. I say, so that part works. I think the other part handles immediately, but I think we need to trigger like refreshing the state. So I think what happens is this does happen instantly, but our on all state change doesn't happen like in the use current user. So like it should kind of immediately notice on all state changed, but it doesn't. It's a bug for another day, I guess.
Yeah, that's a weird. I have no idea.
Yeah, so that happens. I wonder if we change a route, click log out, and then go to join room. I'm still logged in, so it's only once the page refreshes. Let me just look it up. Firebase auth.sign
It
out.
could, bro. I think it could also be, because like we've moved stuff around now,
Yeah.
and I think maybe because it's like in a different state as what our page is, or something like that. Oh man.
Yeah, but the way we've built this is so that this is responsive. Like on all state changes not
Yeah.
working when we sign out. That's what's happening here. It's weird. So that's fine. We have something like that. But do we have this guy's not actually dealing with all sign out. Here's my problems domain. Okay. So that might be the thing, some like domain issues or
Okay.
like auth, but I don't know. This isn't exactly my problem. Because I'm saying auth.sign out. I wonder if I just don't await it. No, it should work. So what happens is it signs out really quickly, but it's not updating the state over here.
Yeah.
Because that's what should happen. Might be something to do with this. No, it won't be anything to do with this because we had the same issue yesterday. Also, why is this here? saying when user, oh, that might be the issue. There's
Oh.
no, that's strange. I think this might be something to do with that. Like, you know, we changed the user ID here, but we essentially want to return the use user here. But like,
Yeah.
how does this actually update when this value changes? Not like, you know, there's the whole thing.
Mm.
It should, because we're not like doing anything weird. Yeah, strange stuff.
Mhm.
Login as me. See, logging in works perfectly. Logging out. You see, it flashed quickly to say logging out. So it is like,
Yeah.
I guess I should just firstly save auth Firebase.
Mhm.
Login button is clicked off. This is not very useful actually because they're doing the other authentication. So console.log here saying logged out just to test some stuff. Log out. Okay, so that does trigger. Okay, I need to remember that this provider is wrapped on the outside and the actual values in it don't really change here. So again, I'm just going to look up like issues Firebase.
Cool.
Triggered by logout.
Bro, you haven't pushed the changes to the actual app yet that I made, correct?
I have.
Oh, you have.
That's what we did this whole time I was cleaning up your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I haven't pushed anything new since we started now, but yeah, I pulled before we started meeting.
Oh no, I'm saying to our Firebase.
No, I haven't pushed that to Firebase, no.
Yeah, you haven't deployed
Yeah.
it. Do you just want to go on there quickly? If that's fine. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'll do it on my side. Oh
I can push it now.
no, don't push it. Don't push it up.
But
I'm
it didn't
saying.
work yesterday either.
Oh, didn't it? The
Yeah.
logout.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe
It
yesterday it
was
was working
acting
and
weird yesterday, and I thought we would figure it out when we do our
okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Like I refreshed and I thought it was crappy internet, but it's a regular occurrence. Um, it's weird. This
But it is signing out though, so it is signing out, but it's not going to like the sign out
Yeah,
page.
look, no, that's not supposed to go anywhere. It's when
Oh,
you
is it
sign out,
not?
you stay there.
Oh,
The problem
okay.
is this. Like the problem is this. This on auth state change is not firing when logout happens. We've confirmed that logout is working.
Yes.
It successfully logs out. It just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. This on auth state change isn't updating. So yeah. Oh, I'm able to sign in out, but on this any cool once the beginning of the page there isn't. Um, React trigger Firebase on auth state change responsibly. So just like so weird. It's like why is this happening? It shouldn't do any page redirects though. Don't want it to. I might just leave it and worry about it another time, but it is like Firebase.auth.current user. It's so weird. Why is it on auth state change not happening? Go look up the stuff here. Okay, so I've got the sign in with redirect. I don't want to really do that. Feel like oh, I'm so confused right now. Okay, it's fine.
Well, we
We'll
can
leave
come
it.
back to it.
Yeah. This is some like messy stuff with like the hooks now because I'm thinking like, okay, what I need to do is trigger some sort of prop change to that component, like refreshes and stuff. But yeah, like
Yeah.
like maybe I should have a use current user and a use current user details and like kind of have two separate props for that, so that whenever use current user changes, then yeah, let me try that quickly. So it's a bit strange, but like it's worth giving it a shot, since this was meant to be like a cleanup video and stuff. Oh, I don't need the FC. Sorry,
Cool.
I don't need React either. Actually, I just need a use state. So I'm gonna make a new hook. And I'm gonna import DB from services. No, I don't have to use DB at all. I just have to use user. Do I? Oh my gosh, I confused myself again now. Okay, so use current user is going to fetch us the like Firebase user.
Yeah.
Okay, and then use current user details is going to use the Firebase user. And no, this doesn't work. Sorry, I'm like thinking out loud.
Let's chill, bro.
I always think like this use user that I have here should just I should run the whole thing inside here. Import DB from services. Because I think like the issue is like with all this stuff as well. Trying to like, you know, do multiple things. This only updates, that value only updates when the user ID changes, but the user ID doesn't change, and it's like a whole bunch of stuff. Or does it? I don't know. But basically, if this happens, I'm going to do db.collection dot or collection at users. I say dot doc, and we're going to look at the user again, like, well, u.uid. Cool. I'll do a dot get, and we'll make this little function asynchronous, and we will await to get that.
My bro, I just wanted to say something quickly. You don't
Yeah.
think it could be because you signed in as both user X and user O? Could that not do anything?
No, that's got nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
It's completely unrelated. That's the sign in there is I've assigned this myself to both positions. It's got nothing to do with authentication changing.
Oh, yes. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, I need to call it user and set user. And this is going to be undefined, or it's going to be like the user from typings. So here I'm going to set user to be doc.data. I mean, this could be doc.data too, but yeah. And it's going to be u.uid. I'll say if doc.exists, we return that. Otherwise, we return set user to undefined. Okay, what's wrong with this? Okay, well, this ID has to exist if the doc is there. Well, I guess we'll just make this doc.id. Sorry, I are wondering why this is not working now. I have to say the whole thing is just as user. Okay, so theoretically, this might work and it might not work, and I'm okay with either. It's just a different way of, it's basically merging this hook into this code here. So
Yeah, I'm a
yeah.
bit confused at what you just did there, but anyway. Let's just
Yeah,
see if it
I'm
works.
basically saying is if the auth state changes, then I want to do this. Okay, who's trying to call me? Someone is trying to phone me. I'm busy. It's a friend, but it's fine.
You can answer. I'm chilled with that.
Nah, can't answer right now. I'll be free in like an hour. There we go.
That
Sucker.
shut them up.
Shame. Um, so yeah, okay. Let's see if this does anything, because it's a bit pointless, like me saying, okay, we'll do something and then it doesn't. Okay, it helps if my app doesn't crash immediately. Requires first argument to be of type not an empty string, but it was right. Yeah, I guess the first thing we do is we check if user.uid exists. That would help. Okay, cool. So that should solve this problem. So we're not going to try and search for an undefined document. Okay, I'm logging in. Okay, login happened. Now I'm logging out. Okay, logout is working suddenly. Okay.
What the heck, dude? So, like, what did you need to do? What was the main, like, I don't even know.
I think it was just a problem with trying to get the user data, like
Yes.
using another hook, but the other hook wasn't like, updating the value, the input value that we put into it. So it was
Oh,
more like I was
yes.
trying to merge
Okay.
the two into one, but now I'm being more specific here. I must look at
Okay.
how to unsubscribe the on all state change quickly. That will hide that other error. Now I understand this better. To unsubscribe on auth state change. You just say var equals unsubscribe. Okay, so we can actually put this whole thing into a use effect.
Okay.
And this is just like a good practice. So it's all in there. And we're gonna say const unsubscribe. This is not new.
Yeah, and I've seen that before in the
Yeah.
other project.
Well, we literally did it over here, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did that as well.
Yeah. This returns us calling the unsubscribe method. I just need to add use effect. So this is just saying that only make this once the component like goes on, and then only unsubscribe it when the component unmounts.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, my friend sent me like a 9-minute voice note. I will reply to her later. Not a 9 minutes, 9 seconds. Sorry, I think I said 9 minutes. That might fix the warnings here. I don't know.
Cool.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
I think that must be with the log out button then. Sorry, I'm trying to be like, just thinking like what are the little optimizations that we can do around our app.
yeah, no, it's cool, dude. It's very cool. Like, I'm learning.
Yeah. So this whole process happens with the set is logging out, blah 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 blah. I think it's because that finally we shouldn't do this finally. We should only do this if there's an error, because if it logs out, we don't need to change the state here. Like, do you get that?
Okay, I see
Otherwise,
that.
we're
Yes,
trying
I
to
get that.
change the state when this component's no longer mounted. So,
Yes, I see that.
yeah, lots of little things basically today that login happens. It's where the login stops and then it does the like wait for the user. I'll fix that as well. Okay, cool. We don't have that error anymore. So at the moment, there's a bit of a delay here because when it's done logging in, it only then doesn't move. So that can be fixed pretty easily as well. We just go to our pages and we go to login. So we have this use effect here where we're waiting for the user to change and then we push nothing. But we can just also additionally, like in the dot then, set it to something else. I'm also going to make this an asynchronous function just because I kind of like what we did here with this. We do the try catch.
Yeah.
Now that we understand it and it works and stuff. Error. Okay. I copied something. What did I copy? I don't even know anymore. I think it was the history.push. So catch, I'm going to take out and put over there. The dot then for setting is logging in false. I no longer need to do that. Okay, well, first of all, I don't need a dot then. But after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that. And then after it's done, I'm just going to history.push to that. Because we don't have to set is logging in to true again, to false. Because,
yes, okay.
Again, we're navigating away, so we're unmounting the page. And we can do the same thing for sign up.
Cool.
So this is asynchronous. Okay, we did this thing here. We obviously don't need, I'm going to move this up here. We don't need the finally. The await here, once that whole process is done, then we're going to history.push out of here. So we do still have the use effect where if the user exists, we push them out. But this will push them out sooner. It will push them out the moment that like this process was successful. So that makes me feel really good because we solved all our problems. Yeah, I think what we can do is we can try that login redirect URL thing, maybe. Because you need to, on your side, you need to clean this up. As one thing. That would be pretty quick to do. As another thing, I'm just thinking, so we need to start doing rules on this thing. But I think for now, we leave the rules on this thing and just like we work on that tomorrow. Because now you're pretty caught up to what's going on here.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah. So tomorrow we can start fresh on that. But I do think we have time to do the redirect URL thing for the login.
Cool.
So what I'm going to say is on pages, on the home page, we just like in general we're going to redirect to the we're going to redirect to read. So what's going to happen is over here, I'm going to have a /login. Well, let me go to log out. I'll have a /login and then I'm going to have a question mark saying redirect. I'm just going to call it redirect. And I'm going to say equals. And in here, we're going to have like a string kind of thing. It doesn't have to be a string. We'll just redirect to oh, we can't do slashes. We need to replace the slashes with something else. Redirect to, I'm going to make underscores and replace the underscores with the root that we want to redirect to.
Okay, cool.
So let's pretend I'm going to redirect to,
if I go a bit silent, don't worry, it's just me muting
muting.
because...
No worries. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm going to redirect to r-a like that. and this is where we can do like a use params. I need to look into like React Retail on how to do params. Like not like it's gonna be like match params now.
Yeah.
So params. Maybe I should just like do it by trial and error. So the login here. Yeah, this is big. So I don't want to only use history. I want to use I'm wondering if use params works, but let's just do a bunch of things. Use location or use root match. No, use location. And I'm just gonna like make some space here, and we're gonna say const params equal use params.
Bro, so what's the goal of the redirect? We want to redirect them if?
I want to have like perfect example here is what we have here when we say when we've logged in. Okay, cool. I'm logged in and stuff. When I'm on a room and I want to join, when I say login to join, if I'm not logged in and I want to join a room, if I click login to join, I want to go to the login page, but I want it to redirect back here after they've logged in.
Oh, okay, I see
Yeah.
that. All right.
So that is our goal. Location is going to equal use location. And I just want to see what we get when I type in those two things initially on the login page. So I've got my params and I've got my location. So when I'm going to /login and then I do a question mark saying stuff equals hello world, like that, then I want to know what that's going to print to the console. So we have the params and we have the location. Params is nothing, so we know that we don't use params. But location,
Yeah.
we have a search here. So we can say search and yeah, I'm thinking we don't even have to have the stuff. We can just have the / what we need. So
Dude, this stuff's making me so excited, bro. That's so freaking cool.
so let's go do what we would do on the room. It's gonna be in display. Yeah, instead of pushing to just login, we're gonna push to like you underscore, and the underscore will replace with the slash. But we're gonna go you because it will be like /u eventually. You and then the room ID. We need the room ID. So fortunately we have the room here. So we can just say room.id. I need to change these to backticks. Cool. So this is going to go to /room. What do you mean this doesn't exist on room? I need to go check this. Maybe I should add this in here. Room. Okay, it doesn't have the room ID on it. So I'm going to add ID as a string. And that just means I need to go to the use room. I'll do it over here. And when we set the room, we'll set it to doc data as well as an ID of doc.id. That makes sense, right? Completely like normal. So we've done that before. It's just that the doc data doesn't have the ID on it as well. So adding that there. Cool. Now we can go back here. And that works. That's valid now. So we've got that part working. If I go to, I'm going to go onto Firebase and clean it up. Let's go to our data. So player XID, I'm going to delete that field just for that one room. And we'll go find that room now. I'm going to log out just so that we can join a room. And now we've got this login to join. So login to join should take us to where we expect. We go to login and we have the question mark U underscore GSFR, which is perfect. And we're going to need to use location and search. So in the room side of things, I mean in the login page, we know we don't need this use params anymore. But this use location, what we're going to get from there is we're going to get that search value that we had. So search is there.
Okay.
What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to code it like in here and say when we do the sign in here, we're going to push slash, and then what we're going to do in here is I'm going to do a bunch of string methods all at once. But we're going to say search, and then we're going to do substring from 1. So this means start looking at from what you can do. A substring just takes a piece of a string out of a string. So what we had before, I should comment it here. We had question mark U underscore the ID. What substring does is you can say from 1 to 3, and this will give you from the like first index up until, but not including the third index. So this will give you U dash like that if you did the substring 1 to 3. If you left out the second parameter, it would just take the whole thing. So if you think of the indexes, I mean, it's pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if you said 1, I mean, sorry, this is B0. 0, 0 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you said 1, it takes it from there. And if we said go to 6, or yeah, if we said go to 6, then it will take it from 1 to 5. Do you get that? How that works?
Yes. Yes,
okay, cool.
I get that.
And if you leave out the last one, it will just take you to everything. So what this essentially does is we're going to end up with U A like that. And now on top of that, I'm going to say dot replace, and I'm going to replace every underscore with slash. That's another string command. So
awesome, bro. That's very cool.
You have the search value and the replace value. And now, theoretically, if I were to go back home and say join room, Mr. Example, if I wanted to join here, I could log in as example.hi.com and I could log in, and it should take me back to, okay, it took me to the wrong place. Oh, it took me to U. I meant to say on the other side R. So it took me to the user with that room ID, which that user with that ID doesn't exist. So that just means on this side I must change this U to an R. So if I go back, I mean, that back doesn't go like an actual history back. It just goes back to home. So I'm going to say join room again. Wait, I'm already logged in. I'm going to log out first. Now I'm going to join the room. I'm going to join my room. I'm going to click here. And I'm hoping that when I go in as example.hi.com, it's going to take me back to that game room. So I log in. And there we go. It takes me back to the game room. And now I can join it.
Boom. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like really handy little trick. I've never actually done this in a project before.
Yeah, it's very cool, dude. I was gonna say we could also like update it so that you once you click the login and when you sign in that it says player X is already now logged in as Mr. Example, correct?
Yeah.
We could maybe do that, eh?
We could make like our own little code thing in here where we said like we can make like a split. So
Yeah.
And then you basically come back to here and you end up having a question mark here, and you say like X. So it means like instantly join X or instantly join O, you know,
Okay.
where you redirect back to. So when you clicked here, I mean, let's just do it.
Yeah, it'll help if I can check what you.
So over here, what I'm essentially going to say is join, and then I'm going to say slash. No, I'm going to do question mark. Wait. Over here, I'm going to do and I'm going to do the player. So that's either going to
Okay.
be and X or and O.
Yeah.
Now this side, I'm going to take this substring from there to search dot index of up until the and sign. Okay, so this is weird, but index of just gives you the index of what that was. So of the first one of that.
Okay. Cool.
In this use case, like because our app is very specific, we can do that. If we needed to do stuff differently, then we would. What you do essentially is you've got the search, and then you separate the strings by. Maybe I should just do it properly now. So I'm going to say redirect equals, and then I'm going to say and player equals. Okay.
Yeah.
What I need to do in here, which is probably something I should split up a bit more now. I'm going to say const const search params is going to equal substring what's going to be equal to search dot substring 1. So this returns this is going to return redirect equals u dash what was I saying? It's going to be equal u dash a, and then and player equals x. Now we're going to say const search params array. It's going to equal search params dot split. And we're going to split it by and signs. And now we're going to say now you can split each item in the array by like their value. We can make a whole thing that I'm gonna make a helper for this. So get search params. So I'm gonna say const get search params. Oh, wait, we'll export default function. That's gonna be called get search params. And the input is gonna be search, which is a string. The output is gonna be like an object. We like generate that like any keys. So now we'll say const, we'll do this thing here. At the top, I'm going to make an object, or should I? No, yeah. This is going to give us an array of this and the other one. And player equals x. Okay, so we understand that. That's what that returns.
Okay.
We'll make a params array. Now I'm going to make a new object. It's going to be const params, and that's going to be an empty thing. Now for each params array dot for each, I'm going to call it a pair because it's going to be basically like, you know, the pairs that equals value.
Both of them. Yeah.
So key and value. And we'll say key equals pair at 0, at 0 and value equals yeah, no, I should have the const there, pair at 1. But what I'm essentially going to say is params at pair at 0 is going to equal params. I mean, it's going to equal pair at 1. Oh, I need to split this first. So the pair is a string, but I'm going to make a const split pair, or key value is going to equal pair dot split, and we're splitting it at the equal sign now.
Okay, awesome.
So this stuff is going to be key value, and essentially what it means I can do is I can just say key and value. So in here I can say key and it's going to equal value. So in here I'm just going to say this is an any object, and in the end we're going to return params. So params is an object. Like that's all we know, and like we can get those params. So now essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to delete that because we're going to reuse the params on the other side now as well. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
very, very weird right now. So if we said, I'm just going to do it up here, const, I guess I'm going to console, const params equals, I need to, on this helper side of things, I need to export default, sorry. Get search params from get search params. This is crazy. I think there's libraries for this, but we're just building our own. So here we're going to say get search params, which we're importing from helpers. So there's search params there, imported from helpers, and we're going to put in search, which is that string. Now I can console.log my params object. And if we go look at login now, right, this is, I need to go clear this player ID. And then in the app, I need to log out. So now I'm going to join the room. I'm going to join Mr. Example's room. And there's this login to join. At the moment, now I have this params here. And there I can see it's called redirect because I spelled redirect wrong here. Redirect is that,
Cool.
and player is O. So I have like params as I want them. If I added another thing in here, and hello equals world, then suddenly we have hello world. So we've got this
Okay,
whole like,
awesome.
you know, URL reader thing now, which is pretty cool. We could even put it into its own like its own special hook. Like combine this into its own hook. Maybe I should do that for you. Combine this into its own hook. So that's something you could do, where you pretty much just make a new hook called use search params.
Okay.
And then that will, it will be a hook that just, you say use search params, and it gives you these params here, this object.
Cool.
And it can use the helper, and yeah, you know, so it's all good. So like I've done the hard work for you, just have to put it into its own hook.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, cool. So how do we use that? So down here, well, first of all, over here, I should change this to redirect. And I'm only gonna I'm gonna comment this out here now, because I'm only gonna use this down here. Or I guess theoretically I should use it up here. Yeah. we'll keep using it up there. But from here I can get redirect, and I can get what else do I want to get? So I'll get redirect, and I'll get the player. So the redirect, obviously we've decided, okay, how redirect's going to work is it's going to, you know, give us, we can do a special little thing in here actually in our get search params. We could say, basically if key equals redirect, then we're going to return value dot replace. Replace underscore with the slash. Okay, it's a random little middle thing that we're saying here. It's like if the key is redirect, then we're going to do that. Important to know. So yeah, we'll have that, and we'll have the player. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, over here, I'm going to history.push this to slash redirect, which is that redirect value. And then over here, we're going to have the question, and we're going to say player equals, and we'll say player. Cool. So this, again, it's not going to, like now if I go to join room, and I click login to join, when I click this, it should redirect me back here, and the URL should be our place, and it should be player equals O. It's not going to actually do anything with the player yet. It's just going to say player equals O. So I'm logging in, and it freaks out. Okay, so that redirect was undefined. Damn it.
Okay.
Is that because, let me just check. Maybe I spelled something wrong somewhere. Room. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I need to log out again. I'm gonna join room. I must do more, like there's more like fetching and going to places stuff that we need to clean up. Now if I click here, it goes to, okay. Oh, sorry, shut up. I didn't ask for anything. I
Cool.
forgot to save this page. That's why that happened. Yeah. So now if I click here, it goes to redirect properly there. So now if I log in, it redirects me back to the page, and it says player equals X. So that means on this side, I'm going to just copy this, which again, remember, put it into its own hook. I'm going to like copy the full thing with the comment. And the player display, I'm going to do it like within the player display, just because that's where this actually belongs. And now we only have player. So this use location comes from here, and we need to get helpers. So we import get search params from helpers. Cool. I guess I'm gonna just rename it like that now for player search or whatever, because we already have player symbol here.
Okay, cool.
So now we're gonna say if right off the get-go, I'm simply gonna say, well, first I want to check if the join thing. Sorry, I'm confused. So the join option needs to be available first. So first we have to say if Yeah, if there's a user there already. So if no user exists, because user is the current user, not the current user, but the user that's filling this gap. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
User is that down there, which actually means I need to put this underneath here. And I'm going to do it after the whole fetching thing. So just making sure that I'm getting everything first. Now I'm going to say, okay, cool. If there's no user, then there is the option to join the room. So I'm going to say, if there's no user and the player search is equal to, well, and let's just pretend we know that there's a current user, like, and there's a current user, and player search is equal to player. It's a lot of things. And then I want to join the room as the current player. So it's a whole bunch of conditions. Basically, if the player is not occupied, if that spot's not occupied,
Yeah.
and the current user is logged in,
Yes.
and that player, like this player symbol matches the player search symbol, then
Yes.
we will automatically join it. So now, why is this broken? Okay, broke something. Let me just think. Shouldn't be broken. If I cancel this, okay, so there we have player equals X. Okay, there it says player X is already taken by me, which means it worked, but just another issue happened somewhere. So we need to set the no user and the current user, because the user there is very important. Hectic. Okay, I'm logging out, joining. Okay, log in to join. I'm gonna log in as myself. Okay, so nothing broke there. I'm gonna log out again, just because. Let's test this now. So now if the room is fetched and everything's like there, then we'll do the check, you know. And if that's the case, then we will join the room, and that will trigger some more changes. So I'm gonna say join room. I'm gonna Mr. Example. I'm gonna log in to join. I'm gonna log in as myself, just because I want to like join as myself. I know I'm already logged in above. Let's see what happens. Too many re-renders. Okay. But it shouldn't re-render forever and ever and ever. So the use room is re-rendering here. That's strange. Okay. I don't entirely know. I wonder if I wait for like, if I just like set it to wait for a little bit and see if that does anything. Just give this a shot. Say wait for like a second. Or we'll make it like 5 seconds to make it join the room. And see if it is just because we're doing like a lot of re-rendering at once. I don't think that's the case, but we'll see. Because it works. It just crashes. So let's remove both players. Obviously this is quite messy. We shouldn't be doing this, but yeah, we'll say to do find the cleaner way to do this.
Cool, bro.
So yeah, it might just mean that we need to like, I don't know. I don't actually know what it means yet. We'll see. But let's just test that it works. If it works, then we'll figure out another day how to actually make it work. So I'm going to join a room, join Mr. Example's room. I click join. And now I click login as me. Okay, it joins. So it should wait 5 seconds and then it should join the room for me. Yeah, so that works.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So I think it just complains that we're doing too many like re-renders at once, and it thinks that we're getting to a point where we're going to infinitely loop, but like really,
Yeah.
we're fine. What are infinitely looping yet? I wonder if we set the timeout for like 1 millisecond, if that does anything.
Jeez.
So let's go back, log out, join room. It's probably going to break. Nope, it works if you set it
What?
to 1.
What?
I think I need to put this in a use effect.
Yes, I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's probably the best way for this. So let's put our use effect over here. You should put all your hooks before the renders over here.
Cool.
So,
I was gonna say,
and I can put
can
this
you?
in a use memo. That will stop some re-renders. Yeah, sorry, you were saying? I can
I was
reply.
gonna say, could you also put it into like a try catch thing,
Um,
or
um,
or could you even make it its own like async func?
yeah, you could do that, but I don't want to do the time and out thing anymore. I'm getting rid of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going to use timeouts. So I
Cool.
don't want that. You can put it into its own little hook thing, but I mean, it's
Awesome. Yeah, I know.
not going
I
to be
understand.
reusable. Um,
Yeah.
so now I'm going to do a bunch of things of like, if it is not fetching and room exists, and there's no user and current user. So there's a whole bunch of factors need to be in place for this, and player search. Sorry. Player search is equal to player. And then we will join the room. And this is going to be dependent on a whole bunch of things. It's going to be dependent on is fetching. And it's going to be dependent on room. And it's going to be dependent on user. And it will be dependent on current user. And dependent on player search. And dependent on player. And dependent on join room.
Damn.
So if any of those change, this use effect like works differently.
Okay, cool.
This might work. Let's go back to the Firebase thing and remove our 2 users. So yeah, and tomorrow we'll look at unassigning users and kicking users, I guess.
Cool, my bro.
So let's see, does this work? What? This should be updated. I think I deleted the wrong thing here. I'm going to delete the rooms collection for now and just create a new rooms collection. So we start fresh because I think I'm like, breaking things. So
Okay,
should be no
sweet.
rooms. Great. I'm creating a room. Okay, that's odd. What happened to the created room? Maybe I complained that I didn't have a rooms collection in here. Did something wrong happen when I went there? Okay, that helps if I don't, sorry. Where's my Firebase stuff? Okay, cool. That's not obviously going to break things. Okay, so again, let's try all of that again. Let's see if any issues actually happen.
Okay.
So I've got this no rooms to be found. Should actually add a create room button here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Create room.
What?
Okay. Is my create room just not working? Use create room.
Go to the top. Oh, okay, no.
It's weird. Because this should create a new collection.
Yeah.
I think
I'm just checking it, Joe, on my side too quick.
it's odd.
Yeah, very odd.
Because if I have a if I just do normally, let's pretend we have a rooms collection already, and I'll just make a test in here, and then in the app now I say create room. When did I create room stop working? Okay, I'm gonna just look at that create room index.
Cool.
So if there's no user, return undefined. Okay, there's a current user though, or is there? Might just because of the way I've changed use current, how use current user works. Little bugs across the app. So I do return a user. The user is like a user like that. Okay. So let's first make sure that there's a user that exists. Great. The next if statement is if user dot we don't need this user details anymore because we already have the user. Everywhere we have user details, it's going to be just user.
Okay.
So if user dot room ID, then we're going to return output equals room ID. User dot room ID. That means on here for our user, we have to add a room ID to that to say that the user has a room ID. Yep. Cool.
Awesome.
Do we have user details anywhere else here? No, we don't. The user ID, that's all right. Yeah, I think it was just that because we changed how user works. It like bombed out early.
Okay.
Let's see if that fixes anything.
Sure. That was crazy, dude.
So I'm gonna say, what am I gonna say? Create room. Okay, progress. Well, not progress really, but it says there's a room ID now. But it's just not actually making the room on Firebase.
Yeah.
Okay. So that happens. Good. I think what happened now is that that user already had a room. So if we go to me and I delete this,
Yes,
that's
I
what our
was
problem
thinking.
was.
Yes, I was thinking that too, bro.
Yeah, so that was our problem for both of them. But
Yeah,
I mean, in the end, we cleaned up code. I think if we just deleted that, it would have worked.
I think so too.
Yeah, so I'm going to create room. Here we
Yeah, boy.
go. You can add some like additional supports in there to like basically be like, check if the room exists.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't exist, then create it over again and stuff like that. Like if the
Okay.
user does have a room ID. So to do if user does have room ID and room doesn't exist, create room with that room ID. That's a to-do thing
Okay.
as well then. Okay, cool.
I see.
So
Okay.
you like what you'll do essentially in here is you'll fetch
Yes.
fetch room by ID to see if it exists. Because if it doesn't
Okay.
exist, then you need to create a new one. So yeah, cool. Now we can test this thing. Okay,
Sure.
play X
This is
join.
all.
Okay, I was supposed to be logged out for that. So joining my room. Click login to join, and I log in as me. Okay, cool. It works. No
That's
issues.
very
Nothing
cool.
broken. It's all wonderful. So I really need to pee.
Quickly.
Lots and lots of clean up. Smiley face. Git push. And we're going to yarn deploy this because that was cool.
Damn, that was very cool.
That was insane. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
so you've got some homework. This is
Yeah.
done. We've allowed a player to claim a spot.
Cool. Another one we can do. Yes. Another one we can do
yeah.
is say if the person is already logged into the room, we can say like you can't log in again as the same user type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You know, you logged in as yourself twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We can do those checks and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So
So
yeah. So no playing
check
against
it out.
yourself. I mean, you can do that yourself. Would you like to do that?
Yes, I
Because
would.
that's like pretty straightforward. So
Yeah,
that's the one
I
cleanup
would.
thing.
Cool.
Make sure user can't log in as both X and O. Yeah. Well, I guess just
Cool.
claim, like it's not really log in, but can't claim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also have to do that other. Oh no, we took that out now,
What?
making its own hook.
Oh yeah. You do
Could
need to
still.
make use search params hook.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then
Yes.
the other last one is this use create room.
Cool.
In use create room, if user already has room ID, check if it exists. If
Okay.
well, yeah, if the room exists. If not,
Awesome.
add it.
Sweet, my bro.
Exit. Yeah. You've kind of got like all that already because you're able to do the general, find
Yes,
the
we've
room
got
at
it
that
there.
ID and just do the
Cool.
doc exists, and then if not, then you set it to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can just move the starting turn thing up to above that.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's a good chunk. What time would you like to meet tomorrow?
Yo,
Tomorrow's Friday,
anytime.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Yeah, should we do like a lunchtime vibe again?
Yeah, it's actually really nice lunchtime vibes.
Mm. We're
I dig
awake
it.
but not too tired. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I just like
That's
I
very
can't do lunch times. Like on
all the
Tuesday
time.
I'm meeting with Amy, and Wednesday I have
Yeah.
a meeting with my colleagues. But yeah,
Okay. Well,
otherwise in general it's good.
super chill, my
Cool.
bro.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We did a lot of cleanup.
And we must um sometime play those games together. That you said
Oh
you.
yeah, like Jackbox and stuff.
Yeah, I'm really keen for that.
I'm just like clicking around to see if I can get errors. Remember we used to get like
Yeah.
a,
It's not.
a
There's nothing.
thing. It's not there anymore. We accidentally fixed it. This is
Yeah.
important. So there's a bug here, and I'm gonna let you fix it.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
so the login page,
Yes.
um, to do, um, if redirect doesn't exist, just go to slash. Okay, cool.
Okay. Cool.
And then after that, like so it's basically gonna be like a return kind of thing, you know,
Yeah.
um, return history like slash. Then you do the if player doesn't exist, go to slash redirect, you know, slash redirect, just like that.
Okay.
And then finally, you know, you return this. Does that
Okay.
make
Cool.
sense?
Sweet, bro.
I mean, I can do it now, but I'll leave it for you to do.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So over here, we'll do login to fix if search params aren't there. Cool. That should get you going.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah.
That was cool.
Sweet.
Let me push
That was
those comments up because they're useful.
cool.
Added comments for Kev. There we go. Oh, I can't type. Just smack my microphone. Sorry, microphone. Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
I've been streaming for like an hour and 45 minutes. It's good.
Yeah, so much done in that time. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cleaned up a lot. I
Can't
feel a
believe
lot
it.
better about what we built. I'm like, you know, it doesn't
Yeah.
have those little bugs that I didn't know how to fix.
Yes. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, sometimes it is actually just making it simpler. Like rather than using our like pre-built stuff, it's like just like, okay, go use a specific solution.
Yeah.
But yeah, it obviously does mean like, you know, fixing stuff. But now we're at a point where like we can click around and be like, okay, let's like target the
Yeah.
finicky things, which is really cool.
Yeah. That's very cool, dude.
Mm.
Epic.
Then one last note, uh, style stuff. I'll give this to you. Added style stuff comment.
This is so cool.
So you can have that. Cool. So
Awesome.
that's pretty much that. So why you text instead of MD? Because we're lazy, dude. It's literally just for Kevin to read. Good question though. It's just like, yeah, the to do is, yeah, it's not really there for anything specific. I mean, I could stick it in the README, but yeah, it's just like me shouting at
Yeah.
Kevin. He can
That's our
understand
stuff.
that just as you'd understand the MD extension. I should actually get the VS Code MD extension. Like Markdown. Yeah, let me know actually in the comments which one you recommend. If there's a VS Code Markdown extension that you recommend, because I don't really write Markdown stuff much. So I'd appreciate that. Thanks for watching all the way through, Igor. Like I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, but I'm gonna end the stream now. So cheers and all the best. It's a good question.
Cheers.
So